Hello everyone, thanks for coming out here today. We've got a breaking news today happening in Edo State. Governor Godwin Obaseki, a lot has been happening within his government. We all know that his chief of staff tendered his resignation on the 25th of April 2020, and as a result of that, the governor has appointed a new chief of staff. There's a little bit of twist to it, and we're going to go into the content shortly. But before we do, if you haven't yet subscribed to us, please do click on the subscribe button and also hit on the like button, and just give us a thumbs up just to let us know you do appreciate what we're doing here. Right, so let's go back into the news. Breaking news: Governor Godwin Obaseki appoints new chief of staff. The Edo State Governor, Godwin Obaseki, has appointed a new chief of staff. He is Osaze Ozamere, the son of a former senator, Ehige Ozamere, who represented Edo South Senatorial District between 2007 and 2011, according to a statement from Mr. Obaseki's spokesman, Crusoe Osaige, on Saturday night. Mr. Ozamere, 38, has been an investment banker after graduating from the Stony Brook University, New York, where he majored in computer and electrical engineering. Before his latest appointment, Mr. Osamere had worked as an executive assistant to Mr. Obaseki. He replaces Taiwo Akerele, who resigned his appointment on Friday. The former chief of staff was said to have been unhappy and frustrated with the lingering feud between governor and the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress (APC), Adams Oshomole. A source told Premium Times that the former chief of staff tried unsuccessfully to broker peace between Mr. Obaseki and Mr. Oshomole. He, Akerele, has always wanted peace and a peaceful resolution of all the crises in the party APC. He knew that as a chief of staff, it was his duty to make friends for both his boss, and he tried to do that, the source said. Some commissioners were said to have visited Mr. Akerele in his house on Friday to put pressure on him to reconsider his action, but he remained adamant. Mr. Oshomole, a former governor of Edo State, helped Mr. Obaseki to succeed him as governor. Both leaders have fallen apart since and have been engaged in a protracted political battle that has fractionized the APC in Edo State and also crippled the Edo State House of Assembly. That Oshomole was almost removed as the APC national chairman recently, partly because of the party crisis in Edo State. So, my people, that's the news reaching us at the moment. The governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, has appointed a new chief of staff, and it's quite shocking because there's a lot of irregularities in all of this. So when if we remember when Taiwo tendered his resignation, when the news broke out that the former chief of staff has tendered his resignation, Obaseki responded. If we did that news, if you can refer to that in our previous news. Obaseki he came out with a statement. He reacted to say that he only found out about the resignation on social media. That was quite strange, and in that his reaction when he spoke out, when he came to speak, he didn't show as though he was shocked about it. He looked as though he was anticipating this, and he went further to say, anyways, they haven't received any letter from Mr. Akerele yet. Whenever they receive his letter, that they was going to respect his decision, and also they wish him well in his future endeavor. And then this brought a lot of speculations and insinuations that what could be going on within the government. Again, we all know that within the last couple of months, the APC boat has been rocking. Now it's come into the governor's cabinet, his own cabinet, where he's chief of staff. It looks like all has not been well, and in the statement of the former chief of staff Taiwo Akerele, he just stated that he's leaving for principles, personal reasons, and he doesn't want to be quizzed further. He wants to be left alone and all of that. But it doesn't look like all is well in that in the governor's team. And we all know that the primary election is just around the corner. June 2nd, that's when the primary is coming. A lot of speculations have been going. Some people feel like Oshomole is the one engineering all of this and all of that. Not sure, that's the comments that have been going on. But this Akerele decided to move on. And in one of the shocking thing Akerele revealed recently was that it's really difficult to work with the government. Who knows what he knows? And he said he doesn't want to say a lot. He doesn't want to say too much. He's been with the government for about 4 years now and he has moved on. And so the shocking thing here is that earlier on they mentioned that they haven't received his resignation, and less than 24 hours they've come up with a new chief of staff. This is really surprising. Does it mean, Nigerians, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Does it mean that they've already prepared this young man to just take up the post, or what's happened? Did this Osamere just appear from nowhere? And they've announced it, they've made it open that this 38-year Osamere is now the new chief of staff. So people are beginning to wonder that what's going on. And however, it was alleged that some commissioners went to Taiwo Akerele to try to convince him not to tender his resignation, but obviously it looks like he's made up his mind. He's had enough, and enough of what he wasn't ready to share. Maybe in due time or in future time he will disclose it. In fact, he made a strong statement, Mr. Taiwo, that he doesn't wish any of his family members to go into politics, that especially his children. I can imagine what this man has seen there, and is the kind of politics we play. So it looks like everything is quite different. That the orientation they have in Nigeria, how they play politics, he can't really stand it. He can't cope with it. Right now, Mr. Obaseki he has found himself a new chief of staff in the person of Ehige Osamere. And we are just looking, because June 2nd is just around the corner, and Obaseki himself there's nothing really to hold Mr. Taiwo. He resigned himself. It's not like anything. And it's also been alleged, it's been alleged that Mr. Taiwo has been trying to settle the rift between Obaseki and Oshomole. How this is really, it's really a strong one, because these two people, Oshomole has been governor, being the ex-governor of Edo State, and he has been the godfather of Obaseki. He's out now, so only both of them know what this rift is all about. And Mr. Taiwo was thinking that he can come in between them to settle this. As being the chief of staff, he looks like all of his efforts to no avail. He became frustrated and many other reasons, and now he has left. And we'll all see how it goes. So people, this is the news reaching us. We do want you to comment on this. The main concern here is it's not up to 24 hours, not up to 24 hours when Mr. Taiwo tendered his resignation, and now a new chief of staff has appeared. It's quite, I don't know the right word to say, but Edolite, we give their comments, we place their comments. Someone that has worked with him for about 4 years now, and Mr. Taiwo stated that he didn't lobby for this position, he didn't fight to get in there, he was appointed. So we will definitely, like I always say, that nothing hidden would remain hidden forever. Anything hidden will always come out. He's not ready to say much now. Probably in the nearest future he would say more. So just to let us know, we have a new chief of staff to the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki. His name is Ehige Ozamere. So people, that's the news. Do leave your comment, do leave your take. Want to say thank you once again to everyone that have subscribed. Please, if you haven't yet, do click on the subscribe button, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up just to let us know you do appreciate what we're doing here. So I want to say thank you once again. Till I come your way again. Bye for now.